ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Gospel Station Sports and Talk and GSN Sports and Talk on YouTube. We're live out here in Midwest City at, get this, Rose State College, who, as I found out today, rents out their field to the OKC Broncos. Hey, thanks for tuning in. This is Bethany Broncos taking on the OKC Broncos, the homeschool team, our opponents today. We've got the plate meeting going on in front of us. Welcome to the Blake Nightingale State Farm pregame show, 7304 Northwest Expressway. Blake Nightingale insures home, life, auto, business, and much more. Call 405-728-1313 for Blake. As we head towards first pitch here, it's gonna be a weird day, all things considered, or for the Bethany Broncos, as I'm told it's a staff it kind of day. All right, we're going to be using a lot of pitchers over the two games we have today, varsity and JV. And a quick update for you that I was talking to Coach Blakely before they went down there, and it sounds like we have an injury on the team. Avery Bibbs, you'll see her in the dugout, is walking around in a boot right now. So there's some pregame news for you. Avery in a boot, unable to perform. Seems to have been a foot issue that's been nagging her for a little bit now. Apparently she's been dealing with that for a couple of games, so we hope she heals up all right. But I'm told she was going to pitch today, and that kind of scratches her from that start. And Bethany now in somewhat of a scramble to pitch two games, but I think they've got it figured out. We'll just go ahead and jump into this one. Let's start with the Coyote Pond keys to the game, and then we'll do stuff like starting a lineup. So let's go ahead and go straight into that. Time for the Coyote Pond keys to the game. Of course, everybody knows all about Coyote Pond by now, I would hope. Coyote Pond over in War Acres, Keys to the game: clean defense, striking first, and situational hitting, with the last two kind of going hand in hand. Listen, every time we come out here and do softball, clean defense is going to be one of our keys. It's hard to not write that down as a key to the game. Errors are important when they are given up in the field. The teams that can take advantage of them usually are going to win. So if Bethany can limit their own errors on the field, they should be able to put away the OKC Lady Broncos here today. But again, it's got to be clean. You can't overlook any opponent, as we've said before, in any matchup, especially not on a staff it kind of day when you're struggling a little bit to fill out innings in the circle. Striking first and situational hitting, I mean, again, that speaks for yourself. Situational hitting, if you're not familiar with softball and baseball, you might not be as familiar with, but basically that's runners in scoring position, runners on the corners, being able to do a job. Put something in the outfield if they're in scoring position. If they're on the corners, keep it out of the middle. That's situational hitting. This is a great day for Bethany to come out here and work on that kind of thing. So I really want to see them perform on those keys. I think that will really help them as they look for the second month of the year in the latter half of the season. It's the final day of August. I can't believe we're already here, but it's that time. Season is halfway over, if you can believe it. Coyote Pond is at 5804 Northwest 63rd Street, back in War Acres. They're the home of the $20 FFL transfer. Call 405-470-7999 for Coyote Pond, or go to coyotepond.com. Thanks to Coyote Pond for their sponsorship of the stream, of course. We'll go ahead and get into starting lineups first for the home team. I think they're the home team. Yeah, it looks like they're heading out there. The OKC Broncos. Patton is starting in the circle. This is brought to you by John Campbell Health Markets. Patton in the circle, Texaca behind the plate, Delosier on first, Hughes at second, Reed at short, and Langley on the hot corner. The other Reed out in left field, Heltzen in center, and Jemison out in right. They're going with the righty Patton. You can see her warming up right now. That's your starting lineup for the OKC Broncos, brought to you by John Campbell Health Markets. Thanks so much to John Campbell. He's out in Yukon, services all surrounding areas. He can travel out to meet you where you are to make sure you get the perfect health insurance for you. All right, so as we get in today's game, first inning, of course, brought to you by Aloha Shave Ice and Coffee Shop. There's one more update I got to give you. We got a new face in the lineup. Harper League batting in the 9 spot, number 12, and starting at second base today. So you'll get a chance to see 1-2 get some action in a varsity game here. Excited for that. Excited to see how she plays. She's very much impressed the coaching staff here for the Bethany Broncos. So I'm excited to see Harper do her thing. As the warm-ups are concluding, our first batter walks up to the plate. This is, of course, going to be number 4, starting center fielder, Emma Geisler. Stream sponsors are Simplified Tech Solutions, Evans Hardware, Ship It Sooner, Victory Mattress Outlet, and Trinity Endurance, with Ship It Sooner being our scoreboard sponsor. Thanks to all of those locally owned businesses that help make what we do on the Gospel Station possible. Now I'm going to do my best to follow the action here. This is going to be a little bit interesting, but as Geisler stands in, here's the first pitch brought to you by C&J Sporting Goods, and that one too far up for ball number 1. We're underway here in Midwest City, Oklahoma. Speaking of Evans Hardware, by the way, I just got done out there wrapping up a Facebook Live tour. Do it best at Evans Hardware. Shout out Evans. Next pitch runs back high and out for ball number 2. Geisler ahead 2-0. For Bethany, this is one of those games where, hey, you just do what you do. Play how you know how to play, and you should walk out of here with the dub. This team is on a pretty good year so far for not having a true pitcher, for throwing some position players. Next pitch crosses the zone. That's strike number 1. 2-1. I'm going to pull up our season record here in an inning break, and I'll kind of update you on some past games that we have missed here on the Gospel Station. Batting back in the circle, she deals on the 2-1, and that one is called strike 2-2. Geisler in an even count here on the leadoff bat of the night. JV game immediately follows this varsity game. We'll be wrapping up before then, but thanks to Rose State, by the way, for letting me come and do this. Off-speed pitch, a little bit too high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We'll say this game started exactly at 5. I know it was a little bit before, but that helps me keep track. 5 o'clock p.m. Batting back in the circle. Here's the payoff. 3-2, swung on, hit high and out of play. Back over the Bethany faithful. Count stays 3-2. And it's another warm one out here today. Not quite triple digits just yet, but definitely kind of feels like it. It's 98 degrees outside. The high today was 100. It definitely feels like over 100 right now. I got a fan in here on me for some air circulation. The windows are open. It's still kind of warm. 3-2, swing and a miss. Patton gets her first K of her night, and Geisler goes down swinging. 1 gone. A good pitch by the pitcher, a good swing by the batter. Just this time, the pitcher got the win. So with 1 retired, here's number 5, Gray Williamson. Williamson not at third in today's game. She's starting at shortstop. Comes out swinging, rips that one down the line and foul. You can kind of see that heading up towards the camera. That's what's cool about this point of view is you get a couple foul balls that look like you're coming right at you. Everybody watching at home is going to be grabbing through the screen, trying to make a play. Afraid to announce we don't have banana ball rules in play, so even if you make it through the screen, I don't think it counts as an out. Patton gets her sign, steps back on to the rubber. Here's a 0-1. Williamson lets it go by low. Quickly 1-1. Even leadoff bats can be considered situational hitting. You know, you want to set the tone for your team. I've said this before on past broadcasts, but I've had coaches that have preached, hey, never start or end an inning with a strikeout. Just kind of trying to get you to put the ball in play. As there's a ball put in play, way out to left field, but right into the glove of the left fielder Reed. Williamson caught a barrel, just couldn't get it in a gap. 2 gone. And again, not a bad swing at all right there from Gray Williamson. Starting pitcher Jules Barger into the circle next, trying to get something happening with 2 outs here in the first. First pitch to her runs too low for ball number 1. Well, for the OKC Broncos as a homeschool squad, you know, I was kind of confused, right? I didn't know where their home field was. I don't know much about this team, but I do know that they have a lot of family members playing on this team. Not my family members, but kids related to other kids. Siblings, that's the word. Siblings on this team. The Reeds are siblings. There's a Jamison's sisters. They play on this team. So one thing they do have is a very, very tight-knit team, very close bond. A lot of girls who have been playing with each other for a long, long time. Now, Bethany has that in a lot of ways as well. But it's kind of in a different environment for the OKC Broncos. It's really interesting to see how a homeschool team develops and plays the game. 2-1, ripped down the line. That one into the corner, and it's going to drop. This should be extra bases. Barger rounds first. That ball slow to get in. Barger rounds second. Does she go for third? Not this time. She'll just hold it up with a 2-out double. How's that for some 2-out hitting? Jules Barger gets the first hit of the night for the Bethany Broncos, and that brings up the cleanup batter, Ella Davis. I mean, kind of the exact same swing that Williamson put on the ball, just Barger was able to get it down to the corner. Davis comes out swinging, fouls off her first. And again, a good approach at the plate, looking to do some damage early. Here's the key to the game, a runner in scoring position, 2 outs. How do you find a way to get that run in? Davis calls time, now steps back in, 0-1. Patton on the wind and the delivery gets a foul ball towards the OKC dugout. 0-2. Yeah, checking my phone right now. It is just past 5:04, so I think 5 o'clock was a fair call for start time. It's supposed to get cooler as this game goes on, but it's Oklahoma in the summer. You never know. 0-2. Davis lets that one go by low. Barger holds up at second. 1-2. Number 13, Dixaka, is behind the dish here for the OKC Broncos. Doing a great job bodying up some of those low ones so far. Pass ball will no doubt let Barger advance. Here's the 1-2. Davis swings on it, lines it into left center field, and it's down into the wall. Barger rounds third, heading home. She'll score. Davis giving the wave. She's coming into third as the throw comes in. It's an RBI triple for Ella Davis. Leave it to the cleanup bat to get it done. Runner not only replaced, they got her and one. 1-0 Broncos lead here in the first. Following the Davis triple is Danny Williams. She begins her at bat with a swinging foul ball. I mean, 2 hits, that's all it takes. 2 hits back to back, both extra bases, and suddenly you're leading 1-0 on the game. That's the power not just of extra base hits, but stringing them together in a row. 0-1 to Williams. She gets a ground ball left side underneath the glove of the shortstop. That error will allow Davis to score. Williams holds up at first. So you've got 1 earned run and 1 unearned run in the inning. 2-0, Bethany leads. That's a tough break for the Broncos. That should have been routine, just snuck underneath the glove. That's the Broncos' first error on the game. Izzy Melton, the lone lefty bat, stands in. She'll take a ball high to begin her first trip to the plate. Now with the runner out of scoring position, you've got to force it second. Infield's just going to the easy play here. Let's see if Melton can deposit something in the outfield and keep this going. 1-0. Melton swings. Does she get it down? Shallow left center field, and she does. There goes Danny, rounding third, getting the wave. She's going to try to go home. The throw doesn't come into the plate. No play there. Went into third. How about the RBI double for Izzy Melton? I tell you what, folks, that's what I'm talking about. Bethany has put the hurt on the OKC Broncos early. It's now 2 earned, 1 unearned for the Broncos. Totals 3-0 in the inning. Sidness takes a strike to begin her at-bat. 0-1. Now Sidness 2 has a runner in scoring position. Sidness 2 has an RBI chance. And Melton is fast on second. A single anywhere should score that runner. Patton winds and deals. 0-1 goes by in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good eye on Sidness. Well, I don't want to jinx anything, but so far through the first, everyone that's gotten a hit has gotten an extra base hit. We take those. 1-1. That one ran inside on Sidness. Did it hit her? And yeah, it looks like it did. Sidness is going to head down to first. First hit by pitch of the game there. Puts runners on 1 and 2. Macy Bibbs up to bat next, repping number 1. Getting Avery out of the lineup with an injured foot. I don't know if she's on the 10, 15, or 60-day IL or what, but she's out of the game. We know that. Ball 1 dealt to Macy. Again, it'll be League standing on deck. You can hear the call, I think, through the live mic, running on contact with 2 outs and a force at every bag. Bethany's going to try to milk as much out of this inning as possible here. 1-0, runs too high. 2 balls, no strikes. Bibbs a very tough at bat, as we all know. Doesn't matter if she's ahead or behind, she has the chance to even out a count just by fouling things off. 2-0 right now. Next pitch, little jam shot over to short. That one takes an awkward hop, and it's another error up the middle. 1 run is going to score. Send this held up at second. And that's a 4-0 game for the Bethany Broncos. Can you put the ball in play and good things happen? We say that all the time. Bethany is doing exactly that right now, but 2 errors on the OKC defense definitely hurts this poor homeschool team here in the first. Lee comes out swinging. Hot shot over to third, and that will do it for the inning on the force at third base. But the damage more than done for the Bethany Broncos. We head to the bottom half. It's weird to say your Broncos. They're both Broncos. Your Broncos lead 4-0. We'll be back after this.
This is Blake Nightingale State Farm, your local insurance agent over at 7304 Northwest Expressway. Here to tell you more about the business is Blake himself.
Hi, my name is Blake Nightingale, State Farm insurance agent located at 7304 Northwest Expressway here in Oklahoma City. I've been a State Farm agent since 2018. We've got 5 licensed staff members here, and we do everything from auto, home, life insurance, and health insurance. And we're real passionate about helping people. And we love youth sports, and we sponsor a lot of local teams here. And so, like I always tell people, like a good neighbor, we're here to help you.
Just like you heard from Blake, Blake Nightingale State Farm is here to help you protect what's important to you, because your car and home aren't just things. They're where you make your memories. Visit Blake and his friendly staff at 7304 Northwest Expressway and call them at 405-728-1313. Like a good neighbor, Blake Nightingale is there.
Let's go ahead and take a second to meet your Bethany defense. Brought to you, of course, by John Campbell Health Markets. Barger with the start in the circle. Williams, of course, behind the plate. Sidness over at first. It's League at second base. Williamson over at short. Bibbs on the hot corner with Davis, Geisler, and Melton out in the outfield, of course, left to right. And apparently I can't type, so let me fix that. There you go. League at second base. We got it. That's your Bethany defense, brought to you, of course, by John Campbell Health Markets. You know him, you love him, out in there in Yukon. Also, our football broadcaster, and I'll use this chance to promote our football streams. We've got them on YouTube now, and our first of the year went extremely well. Bethany High football's next match is out in Jones this Friday. John Hickman and John Campbell will both be out there catching the action while I head down to Newcastle for some Tuttle Tiger football. But that's neither here nor now. In the bottom half, Barger steps into the circle with 4 runs to play with. Again, this is absolutely a game that Bethany can run away with. Barger's just got to find a way to shut down the OKC bats. And again, we don't know much about this team. We don't know how they hit. So let's find out right now. First pitch swinging. Grounder over to Williamson. She fields it cleanly and gets the throw over to first in time for out number 1. Pretty smooth play right there by the starting shortstop. Let's see it again. This is honestly a pretty hot shot off of the bat. Just kind of hit right at her. But look at that hop. She stays down on it, fields it perfectly, and gets it over to first in time. That's a big league, right? Play on a short hop. Good job by Williamson at short. Replay is brought to you by Victory Mattress Outlet up at 7101 Northwest Expressway in Suite 610. Thanks to Victory Mattress. This is 0-0, the left fielder Reed. First pitch to Reed. Crosses a little bit too low, 1-0. Oh, hold on there. What just happened? All right, we're back. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know what that was. It's 1-0 right now. We're still figuring out some of the finer things about this broadcast and stuff, you know. 2-0 after another Bibbs ball, Barger ball. The leadoff bat this inning was Hughes, the second baseman. Helton awaits on deck. This pitch swung on, popped up right side, heading into foul ground, and that's where it'll land. Belton gave chase, but didn't have a chance for it. 2-1. Now, I do have to say, I saw on the way over here some pretty black plumes of smoke, so I don't know if another wildfire has broken out, but I hope one hasn't. Just, hey, everybody stay safe out there in this extremely hot, dry, windy weather. It's really, really easy for fires to break out. We've been hearing about it on the news a lot recently, so just keep that in mind. when you're traveling, stay safe. Another foul ball makes it a full count, 3-2 against 0-0. Reed, the left fielder, had quite a few hits into her area of the grass to go and chase. I'm sure she'd love to get one back on the Broncos here, put something in the outfield. 3-2. Gets another foul ball, that one sharply into the net. Once again, not a bad swing at all right there. Both teams early on putting some good swings on the softball. Bethany was able to find their hits, though, with 2 outs. OKC only has 1 on them right now. You know they'd love to start stringing them together with less than 2. There's a high fly ball heading into left field. Davis on the track and the grab. 2 retired here in the bottom of 1. Well, it's like she's done that before, ladies and gentlemen, huh? Perfect track, caught it over the shoulder. No problem at all for the starting left fielder. With the 1 and 2 hole set down, here's number 22, the center fielder, R. Heltson. Heltson, another righty up to bat. First pitch from Barger. Looks like it's low inside for a strike, 0-1. Bethany on the year 8-7. They're coming off of a 14-10 win against Bishop McGuinness back at home. Was going to be a lot larger run differential there than Bishop McGuinness nearly stunned them in the late innings, but Bethany was able to hold on 1-1 here in the meantime. So you've got Bishop McGuinness, then you have OKC here. Then I think your next match, we'll take a look at the weekly schedule later, is back at home versus Weatherford, who beat us earlier in the year. 1-1, swung on and missed, 1-2. But all these games are kind of leading up to that one again. It's, you get a couple games. I said before we started here, Bethany has sat right around 500 here recently. They'll win a couple of games, run into a tough opponent, then they'll win a couple more, run into a really tough opponent. And it's been a tough year for the Broncos. There have been some heavy hitters on the schedule. 1-2. Outside, tried to draw it a swing, but couldn't get it out of Heltson. Count evens up. But Bethany has a team that can compete with just about anybody. That Weatherford game out in Weatherford was 1-0 for the longest time. It might have even finished 1-0. Yeah, it did. Finished 1-0. So Bethany can absolutely compete with the Eagles out there. 2-2 is popped up, and Williamson makes the call and the grab. The Broncos go down in order in the bottom of the first. Top of 2 when we return.
Take your training to the next level at Trinity Endurance, a brand new locally owned bike and outdoor shop in Yukon. Sitting at 501 South Mustang Road, Suite F, Trinity Endurance is more than a place to buy equipment or get a repair. The mission of Trinity Endurance is to be a place to chase goals, grow as a person, build relationships, and prepare for your next challenge, all backed by strong faith in the Lord. Call 405-345-1843 or stop by 501 South Mustang Road, Suite F to get started at Trinity Endurance.
C&J Sporting Goods at 6604 Northwest 38th Street has been serving Bethany and the Metro for over 30 years, with 3 generations ready to serve you with the best shopping experience of product knowledge and customer service anywhere, with a wide selection of guns, ammo, ear and eye protection, law enforcement equipment, hunting, camping, and survival gear. If they don't have it, they will order it for you. Veteran owned and family operated. Call 405-789-8102. C&J Sporting Goods.
We're back for the top of 2. Number 5, Patton returns to the circle, down 4, trying to shut down a Broncos offense that put up 4 runs on 3 hits in the top of the first. Again, that was off the back of some timely extra base hits, but 2 errors as well. So for the OKC Broncos, that's kind of the focus here. Hey, clean it up in the infield. Let's get the easy outs when they come to us and let Bethany get themselves out. But here we go for the top of 2. Back to the top of the lineup with Emma Geisler, second inning, brought to you by C&J Sporting Goods. You just heard their commercial. C&J Sporting Goods is a locally owned and operated outdoor shop back in downtown Bethany. Been working with us for a long time, and we love C&J Sporting Goods. First pitch of this inning fouled pretty much straight down. Looks like it might have clipped Geisler there. She'll take a second to walk that one off, 0-1. Geisler struck out her last time up, but she brought it all the way to full. Just couldn't find a way to win the at-bat. She looks to be good to go. Stands back in for the 0-1. Patton winds and delivers. Ran it back inside on her. That one looks to be a called ball. 1-1. Again, stick with us throughout the week because not only do we have football coming up, but we've got a football coaches show tomorrow, a cross-country show on Wednesday, and volleyball in the mix. 1-1. Geisler goes around on it, 1-2. But as always, we've got a lot of stuff here on the Gospel Station. It's all a lot of fun. I'm especially looking forward to that cross-country show where hopefully we get a chance to speak to one Morgan McNutt again. 1-2 skips by, 2-2. I say that because the girls team for cross country just placed first at the last meet they had last Saturday. I'm very much looking forward to talking to them about it, and I believe McNutt was one of their top performers. 2-2 here on Geisler. Patton deals. That's a hard hit ball out to center field, and the catch is made on the run. One gone. A good track there by Heltzen. That's kind of going to be the story of the night for both squads, it seems. Barrels hitting softballs and softballs hitting gloves. L8 for Geisler. She's 0 for 2. Gray Williamson will stand in. One gone and the base is clear. Williamson was the second out in the first when she lined out to left field. There's another line drive. This one, no chance to be caught. It's through the infield for a base hit. First pitch she shot of her second at-bat, and she takes it right back where it came. That's a fun tongue twister. So try and say that one 5 times fast. Hit number 4 for the Broncos. Williamson 0 for 1. Or excuse me, 1 for 2. Jules Barger, who got the offense started, comes back up to the plate. She comes out swinging as well, but this one fouled off, 0-1. Barger back in the first, led it off with that double. That was followed up by an Ella Davis triple to score Jules. And then from there, the floodgates kind of open in the first inning of play. Now in this frame, she has a chance not to be the run, but to get her first RBI of the night. With the right placed extra base hit and the ball slow to get into the infield, you never know. We could see another first to home. 0-1. Swung on, fouled off, 0-2. Bethany has kind of figured out, oh yeah, if we swing a lot, most of the time we're going to hit. They are not taking a lot of first pitches anymore, folks. Patton, ahead 0-2, looking to sit down Barger. Goes to the off speed, but left it too high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You kind of feel like that one was coming there, way ahead 0-2. Throw something out of the zone, don't give her a chance to hit it. See if you can get a bad swing. So the count moves 1-2. Patton gets her sign in from the dugout. Now she's ready to go. The 1-2 offering. Still high. That one will even out the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cheers come from the Bethany dugout, looking for Jules Barger, the upperclassman, the senior, to win this at-bat. Bethany plays in back-to-back days this week, today and tomorrow. Again, tomorrow's Weatherford. 2-2, swung on, sent straight back into the net. Count will stay where it is. I think later on this week, is this week the tournament or is that next week? Looks like that's next week. Yes, that is the case. So next week will be the Bethany softball tournament. That one will be a lot of fun. We'll be out there for that whole thing. 2-2. Patton deals once more. Had a ball to give and she goes there. Full count, 3-2. Just stuck with the fastball but left it too high. Full count, 1 out, runner on first. Barger has been patient at the dish. Let's see if she can win it. Patton deals. Swung on, high fly ball, left center field. That one might have a chance. See you later, softball. It's a 2-run home run for Jules Barger. She gets a couple of head taps right there at home plate, and that was a hard hit softball. See if we can see that one again. No, we just got the home run trot. That's a nice brisk pace right there around second to third and late. Look at this high five. Simple, routine, effective rounding third. I should have saved the swing. That's on me. Noted for future home runs. 6-0, Bethany leads. I told you it's all about these teams have been catching barrels in these early innings today. Bethany's just more routinely found a way to get them down, or in that case, out of here. Next hit, right through the 5-6 gap and into left field. That one's going to be down for a base hit. Davis follows up the home run by putting a runner back on first. Still one gone. Tell you what, they need to slow down. I'm starting to get behind on my notes here. It's fine. That's what half innings are for. That's what mid-inning is. That's when I catch up on my stat sheet real quick. All right, we're all cut up. Danny Williams back into the box following the single. Number 10 reached on an error her last time up. She'll take a ball high her second time around, 1-0. Again, that was another error that really made the OKC Broncos pay because Williams eventually came around to score. In fact, she went first to third on an Izzy Melton double. 1-0. Swung on, cap shot right side. It's going to be a touch on first, a play at second. No chance. Davis moves over to second. Williams out on the unassisted. Izzy Melton, who I mentioned had that double, comes up to bat. 2 outs and a runner on 2. Here's that situational hitting for you. Bethany leads 6-0, trying to make it 7. Slap shot left side. It's another bobble at short. Davis going to move up to third as the third baseman had to come off and grab that softball. Another error and everyone is safe. There we go. Davis over to third. That's the third error on the OKC Broncos. Definitely has allowed Bethany to run away with this game. Sinnis up to bat next. She's going to trot on down here to third and have a quick chat with Coach Blakely. You know, I can't read lips. I was trying to figure out what they say, but I can't. Most likely, if I had to guess, I think Coach Blakely says, come over here, hit the ball a long way. Let's see if that's my Coach Blakely impression. See if oh no, he said but. Runner goes. And that'll be an easy steal. Ball 1 at the plate. I don't know if that was a straight steal or if that was the actual play they put on, but it's 1-0 regardless. Runners on second and third. Sinnis thought about it, but she holds up. Looks to be 2-0. Sinnis stands back in. Here's Patton, ducks on the pond, tough position, trying to get out of it, minimizing the damage, stopping the bleeding. Sinnis, kind of a awkward cap shot this side, 2-1. Fell ball right there. Again, she was hit by a pitcher last time up on a 1-1 count, so this is the longest I bet she's had on the day, though it's still very young. She's getting a chance to really work this one. 2 balls, 1 strike on her. There is an open base if OKC falls far behind, ends up walking her. Patton's pitch. Off speed outside, couldn't get the swing again. Hitters count at 3-1 here for Sinnis. Of course, up and down this order, Bethany has some power. 1-1 in the box right now very much exemplifies that. See if she can get a hold of one. Patton's delivery. Oh, and she tried it. She got an elevated fastball and tried to take it a long ways. 3-2. Fouled straight back into the net, though. Hey, you know what? I respect it. You take a hack at that one. See if you can't do something crazy. Patton's worked it back to full. Just needs the right pitch right here, and OKC's defense is out of this inning. The 3-2. It's another foul ball. We'll see another pitch. Hey, thanks everybody that's tuning in here on GSN Sports and Talk, our YouTube channel, home of all our Bethany High live streams. We do softball, volleyball, and football now on here, and of course we'll have sports like basketball, baseball, soccer come other semesters. Well, I should say other seasons, technically. 3-2. Another ground ball into foul ground. We stay where we are. Here you go, quick station update for you. Speaking of football, Bethany High and Tuttle High's Week 0 football games are live on GSN Sports and Talk. Bethany took on Elgin in a rematch of the first round of last year's playoffs. Tuttle played Guthrie. Bethany did come away with a loss, but Tuttle came away with a win. Those games are live if you want to go back and listen to them. 3-2. Sidness with another foul ball, make that 3 in a row. I think that's 3 in a row. You know, I never can count correctly. Still 3-2 though. Guess you thought Macy was the only one that could foul off way too many pitches in a row. Now Sidness wants to do it too. Patton's got one more. And it's another foul ball. Is that 4 in a row? Let's see. So we're coming up on 7 pitches here. So this will be number 8. At least. If not, getting to number 9. I'm really not sure. Like I said, I've lost count already. 3-2. Here we go. There it is. Hit and play. High fly ball. Left field. Down to the corner. Is it foul or fair? What's the call? Sidness doesn't know. They say home run. She was headed back to first. It's another home run for the Bethany Broncos. This one just snuck out beside the pole. I can't see down that corner either. I don't blame her. 8-0. 3-run shot for Sidness. I'm not saying I called it, but I'm definitely saying I hinted at it. That she had that kind of power, was about to do that. I'm just saying. After the Sidness home run, bases are clear for Macy Bibbs. That was a 3-run shot, by the way. That one hit over second. Nice grab on the backhand. The flip to first is going to be in time, but the damage is done. Bethany puts up a 5 spot in the second inning to take a 9-0 lead as we head to the bottom half. 2 home runs in 2 innings. The Bethany offense rolling here in Midwest City.
At the home of the Gotta Have It, you'll find Apple Tree Antique Gallery, located in the heart of downtown Bethany at 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway. Enjoy spacious shopping with up to 77 unique vendors across more than 10,000 square feet, offering everything from jewelry and clothing to one-of-a-kind treasures and so much more. Don't miss our 3rd Friday weekend specials every month. And yes, we're open Sundays. Call us at 495-0602. Apple Tree Antique Gallery in Bethany, home of the Gotta Have It.
Sword and Stone Apparel in Mustang creates handmade quality gifts for men and children perfect for any occasion. With handmade clothing, toys, soaps, and candles, Sword and Stone Apparel can gear up anyone. Stop by 108 South Castle Rock Lane in Mustang to browse their shelves, where you'll find 3D printed items, hats and chains, and much, much more. Sword and Stone is perfect for those who like sharp blades and a touch of dark humor. Call 405-806-5444 and ask about sales, gift cards, and more. Locally owned and operated. Thunder up!
We're back out of break for the bottom of 2. Bethany, of course, leading at 9-0 now here in the bottom half. Again, Bethany's offense, man, they've just been rolling, and it's looked really good. 2 home runs in 2 innings kind of speaks for itself. But up and down the lineup, they're trading base hits, extra bases, back and forth and back and forth. That's a sign of an offense that is seeing the ball well, communicating well, and en route to hopefully win this game. All right, OKC has another chance to cut into a big lead. Let's see if the Broncos can make something happen at the plate. They continue to face Jules Barger, who's able to get them an order in the bottom of the first. Leading off this inning, number 42, the third baseman Langley. She'll take a strike to begin her first at bat, 0-1. 7 hits for the Broncos, none so far for OKC, and it's only been 1.5. Crazy to say. There have been 3 errors on the OKC Broncos defense, which I know I keep bringing up, but ground ball, right back to Barger. No trouble at all for the starting pitcher, 1 retired. I know I keep bringing up the errors. I don't mean to really, harp on it, but that's part of the game. That's what's led to the majority of these big innings. With Langley retired, here's number 13, the catcher, Dexaka. Yes, I'm saying that right. Can you believe it, folks? I'm actually saying that name right. I just saw the back of her jersey. It is Dexaka. A ball low leads off 1-3. 1-0. So I told you about softball. I told you about volleyball. I've told you about football now. What else do I have to tell you guys about here at the Gospel Station? 1-0. It's a bunt attempt, and that one fouled off. 1-1. Let's see. We had our first Southern Nazarene University soccer game. Blake Vance, my sometimes color commentator, was out there taking charge of that one. He had a really good broadcast. Those games are broadcast on the GAC Sports Network, where you can find all Crimson Storm athletics. We're lucky enough to be the casting crew for soccer on their home games. 1-1. Another foul ball straight down, 1-2. I head out to Southwestern Christian University sometimes and take care of their sports. Looking for some more games to go do that at and see if there's, some volleyball or something before we get into the basketball season where it really gets fun. 1-2 pitch from Parker. Goes high and outside on her, but couldn't draw the swing with the off-speed pitch. 2-2. Then, of course, we got shows all the time. The Talking with Trey Sports show updates whenever he puts out a new video. We've got All Phase Real Estate, EPH 5:11 p.m. Swing and a miss. On the 2-2, Barger gets a K. Went middle out. Doxaka couldn't grab it. 2 gone. Barger's first strikeout of her start. Doxaka down. Here's number 9, Reed. Base is clear. Barger rolling, working quick. Line drive, right field, Melton on the run in, can't grab it. That one's going to get all the way to the wall. There goes Reed, waved around second, heading into 3. That's where she'll be held up as the throw comes in. And now, all of a sudden, OKC has a chance to cut into the lead. It's a runner on third. That's their first hit of the game, and that one the whole time was going to be a hit. I'm going to rule that. I would probably rule that an error. That's a hit. It's always getting down, and then there's an error when Melton tried to make the grab. New batter comes up, gets a swinging strike, 0-1. This is number 5, Patton. I know that's kind of weird to say, but I can't call that an error to erase a hit. 0-1. Swung on. Hard hit ground ball. Gets past Williamson on the dive. Davis has it in left, but OKC has gotten their first run of the match. That single crosses 1. It's now 9-2-1 here in the bottom of 2. Runner on first, still 2 gone. DeLozier, the next bat. Number 78 fouls one straight back, 0-1. Lozier, big righty bat here towards the bottom of the order. Bats in the 8 spot, 0-1. Swung on, line drive, back through the 5-6 gap and into left field. Davis gets it in quick, limits it to a single. But OKC once again knocking on the door with the runner on second. All of a sudden, the Broncos bat starting to find a little bit of life here in the bottom of 2. 3 hits amassed for the team. Number 4, Jamison, has a chance to kind of cap this inning off. She offers at the 0-0, goes right through it, 0-1. Right, got my stat sheet back up to date. 1 run on 3 hits for the OKC Broncos. Barger gets her sign. The 0-1 pitch. Called, strike on the outer half, 0-2. Barger kind of back in that situation that Patton was in the top half. You've got runners in scoring, well, 1 runner in scoring position, runners on base, but you're 1 pitch from getting out of this. The 0-2. Tried to go way high on her. Jamison wouldn't chase the elevated pitch. 1-2. if you're number 4 right now at the plate, you got to be as patient as possible. You do have to expand, but you don't want to go chasing. Oh, and she tried the defensive swing at that one, just too late to make the decision. Another strikeout for Barger, and she's out of the bottom of 2, only giving up 1 run. We'll head to the top of 3 when we come back from break here on GSN Sports and Talk.
Step up to the next level at Coyote Pond, home of the $20 FFL transfer. Coyote Pond at 5804 Northwest 63rd and MacArthur makes the difference in customer service with a selection of just about everything with top dollar loans and rock bottom prices. Locally owned and operated, Coyote Pond is the destination headquarters for Bethany, Yukon, and Oklahoma City, and the home of the $20 FFL transfers. Call 405-470-7999 or go to coyotepond.com. That's 405-470-7999 and coyotepond.com.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, spring is here. And when you need help with all your tools, lawnmowers, and more, Evans Hardware out here in Midwest City is the place to be. 1021 South Douglas Boulevard.
In the springtime, lawnmower maintenance is more important than ever. In Evans Hardware, it's the place to go for all your lawnmower maintenance tools. They've got seat repair, they've got brand new handles, blade sharpeners, and cleaners, and of course, new belts line the walls as well.
Remember, when you need lawnmower maintenance, power tools, stuff for the garden, and everything in between, Evans Hardware in Midwest City, 1021 South Douglas Boulevard is the place to go. Do it best here at Evans Hardware.
Deliciousness in every bite. Blessed Cookies and Desserts at 4401 North MacArthur Boulevard, Suite C in Bethany and War Acres' favorite locally owned dessert store. With tasty treats like cheesecakes, cookies, and tres leches cakes. Blessed Cookies makes great gifts for both friends and family, or sweet treats for yourself. Blessed Cookies and Desserts, 4401 North MacArthur Boulevard, Suite C. Oklahoma City loves Blessed Cookies and Desserts. 405-503-3223. Blessed Cookies and Desserts.
It's 9-1-2 to lead off the top of the 3rd. League, Geisler, and Williamson. First pitch to League way high. Quickly 1-0. There we go. Scoreboard's up to date. Almost. Top half. Now it's up to date. 1-0. League reached on the fielder's choice for last time up. Takes a ball low outside, and that's where the umpire sees it. 2-0. League looking for her first base hit of the game here in the top of 3. 3rd inning brought to you by Apple Tree Antique Gallery at 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway. Patton still in the circle, takes her time, now comes set for the 2-0. Found the zone with that one. 2 balls, 1 strike. Stuck with the fastball, kind of crossed it middle high. Apple Tree Antique Gallery, the 3rd weekend of every month is the 3rd weekend sale at Apple Tree. They've got deals of, I think, up to 75% off on some vendors within their store. Treasures you've never seen before at Apple Tree Antique Gallery. Make sure you stop by. League with a good swing. Deposits that one in shallow center field. On the 2-1, League has her first hit of the game. Runner on first. No one out. 8 hits as a team for the Bethany Broncos by my count. Geisler back up to bat. One of the few that hasn't reached base so far today. She takes a ball high, quickly 1-0. Geisler has struck out and lined out to center field. She caught a barrel her second time up, just kind of hit it right at someone. Helton did put a good read on it too in center field anyways. This will be a good spot for Geisler's first hit. Jumps back out of the way. It's inside for ball number 2. Ben went back to the fastball. Maybe the runs, maybe the game, the situation starting to get to her a little bit. Starting to show a little bit of fatigue. That one a called strike on the up out corner. 2-1. It is not easy to pitch when you're dealing with so many runners in scoring position, folks, I tell you what. And I only say that because it seemed to me like Patton's taking a little bit longer to get back in the circle. 2-1, back up and out. That one missed the zone, though. Quick throw over to first. Not going to be in time to get League. 3-1. And these two teams' JV squads. Actually, I don't even know if OKC has a JV. They might just roll out these girls again. But Bethany's JV squad plays immediately following this. Swing and a miss right there. Geisler goes after one high. She thought she struck out there, but it's only 3-2. Geisler has one more chance. See if she can settle down here or bring herself back in. Find an easy base hit. The pitch. Number 4 lines one into left center field. That one down for a base hit and more. Here comes the lead runner heading to third. Geisler into second. With the second chance in that at-bat, she deposits it in front of the wall. It's a no-out double for Emma Geisler. And like I said, a good time to find your first hit of the game. I feel like she was starting to get a little bit in her head trying to walk off after the 3-1 swing and a miss. So it's good that she was able to lock that one down and find a way on. Talk about the way an upperclassman adapts and adjusts. You saw right there. Strike called on the up-out corner. Here's number 5, Gray Williamson. Williamson 1 for 2 today. A single and a run. No strikeouts, no walks. Ducks on the pond here, 2 and 3 are occupied. Pitch swung on, lunged for it, but hit into shallow left. The catch will be made. There goes the tag. Lee heading to home. The throw comes in, not in time. Both runners advance, and it looks like both runners are safe. The sac fly will get it done. Williamson picks up an RBI. Make that 10 runs for the Bethany Broncos. They have scored now at least one in every inning with a chance to make it more. First pitch swinging, that one back through the 5-6 gap and into left field. There we go. That's a single, an RBI single at that. Tell you what, it's hard to track some of these, how quickly they came off the bat, but Barger picks up an RBI. She is 3 for 3 on the day. 11-1, Bethany on top. They've amassed 10 hits for the lineup, and they threaten to keep it rolling. This one fielded at short, the flip to 2, the turn to 1. They got one at second, but couldn't get the roll. So 1 out, first is occupied. There we go. Davis reaches on the fielder's choice. Barger forced out at second. First pitch swinging again. This one could be trouble, and it's going to land in shallow left. Danny Williams picks up another single. Runners on 1 and 2. Make that 11 hits for this Broncos team. Davis heads over to second. Now OKC dealing with Izzy Melton. The lefty stands in. Slap shot. Cap shot left side. Awkward spin. No one gets to it, and everybody's safe. That's going to be ruled an infield single right there to load up the bases. It looked like third thought that was hit a little bit weaker than it was. I think the pitcher saw that she had no play, but the short didn't expect it to get as far as it did. Bases juiced for Sidness. Sidness comes out swinging. Hard ground ball to short. They're going to go to 1 for the out there. And looks like that will do it. Bethany picks up a few more in the top of 3. Up 11-1. OKC running out of chances.
Say aloha to your new favorite shaved ice and coffee shop, Aloha Shaved Ice. On the corner of Northwest 39th Expressway and Council. Aloha brings the summer vibes no matter what the weather looks like outside. Their year-round shaved ice means you get to enjoy classic flavors like grape, strawberry, and cotton candy, while their extensive selection of coffee complements that chill flavor perfectly. Looking for something different? Aloha has specialty drinks for days. Try the Banana Split, Fuzzy Monkey, Spider-Man, or Shrek. And trust us when we say that's only a small part of their specialty lineup. Sharp-eyed visitors may also notice Aloha's local support and drinks like the Bethany Broncos, SNU Crimson Storm, SCU Eagles, and Boomer Sooner. You can enjoy games like chess or Candyland while you dine in the cozy atmosphere, or sit outside and find yourself whisked away to the shore. Kick back with all your friends at Aloha, 8000 Northwest 39th Expressway. Call 405-633-7777 877-78. And remember that you can take that sunshine with you thanks to their drive-through lane. Aloha Shaved Ice and Coffee Shop, 8000 Northwest 39th Expressway, 405-633-7778.
Bottom of the third here in Midwest City, Oklahoma. Your Bethany Broncos lead the OKC Broncos 11-1 currently. We're back to the top of the OKC lineup with number 28 Hughes, followed by Reed and Heltson. Well, Bethany has put on an offensive masterclass here today. This onslaught of runs has really opened the game up. And for some reason, our break board isn't going away, so give me 1 second. There it goes. Don't know what that was all about. First pitch of the inning from Barger here. Targets the up-out corner. Looks to be a called ball, 1-0. Again, this is Hughes to lead things off, the starting second baseman here for the OKC Broncos. Well, as we head towards the end of this game, we play 7, but at the rate we're going, it doesn't look like we're going to use all of it. This is exactly the kind of game Bethany was looking for, coming off of that closer win against Bishop McGuinness, to get potentially a big win here and then have it culminate in 3 in a row against Weatherford. And that reminds me, we do need to look at the weekly schedule. We'll do that after this batter. Barger leaves that ball low and inside. Quickly 3-0. That's the kind of momentum that can carry a team a long ways. I mean, just look at what the Red Sox did a little bit ago. They were the best team in baseball through the month of July, went on one of the biggest win streaks, longest win streaks you'll ever see. Here's a pop-up. Hit right side. Sidness makes the call. It bounces out. No one grabs it. Looked like it palmed Sidness right there, and although Lee came over to help, no one could grab it off of the weird play. First will be occupied on the air. I gotta say, that's not how I was expecting that at the end. Get a weak hit on 3-0 and unable to put it away, but Bethany not in trouble yet. I lied. We're going to see the schedule after this batter because that took some explaining. Here's 0-0 Reed. Bibbs creeps in, preparing for the bunt. There's the bunt. It's squared and dropped down right side. Williams makes the grab. The throw to first, going to be in time. Lead runner has no chance to advance. Good bunt defense by the Bethany Broncos, but OKC does its job and moves the runner over. With Reed down, here's number 22, Heltson. 1 on, 1 out. Barger will stand back in. She's thrown a great game so far in a day where Bethany really wasn't sure what pitchers they were going to have. Nothing. Outside looks to be a ball. And she's been doing that all season long. I mean, if you've been with us for the 2 coaches shows we've caught with softball, they pretty routinely bring up, hey, we didn't know what this year was going to look like in the circle, but Barger has stepped up, Geisler has stepped up, and Avery Bibbs has stepped up in a big way as well. Swing and a miss, 1-1. But all things considered, those are position players. First and foremost, Geisler's an outfielder, Barger is a middle infielder, and Bibbs is more that utility role, but mainly infield. They are not true starting pitchers, but they've taken on that role this year, and they've all done a great job. Bibbs tries to play the hop, but it gets past her right side. Now let's see, is that going to stay fair? Yes, they're not going to say foul ball. Thought for a second it might have hit the foot, but doesn't look to be the case. That'll just go down as an error. First and second occupied for the Broncos. 3 errors on both sides. The defenses haven't exactly been clean at times, but Bethany has put away a lot more. Barger's 0-0. Swung on, hit up towards me, but I have no chance to make a play on that one. 0-1. This is number 42, Langley, up to bat. Power lefty here for the OKC order. Bats in the 4-hole. She's got a chance to live up to the name right here, Langley, and drop a big hit. I'm proud of myself for that joke, folks. Come on. 0-1 against her. The pitch. Skips by in the dirt. Williams bodies it up. No chance for the runners to advance. 1-1. If you don't know who Ella Langley is, you've been living under a rock. Pretty sure everybody in the world has heard Choosing Texas by now. They play it at like every sporting event ever. Looks like the 1-1 runs up inside and actually hits Langley in the hands. So she's going to trot on down to first base and load up the bases. It's the first hit by pitch Barger has given up here. She's currently sitting at 1 run on 3 hits with 2 strikeouts and a hit by. Number 13, Dexaka, up to bat with the bases loaded. Less than 2 outs. She comes out swinging. Ground ball off of Barger's glove. It's going to be League to make the play. She flips it to first. Is it in time? They're going to say they got her. OKC tags on 1 in the bottom of 3, but they have to trade an out to do it. 11-2, Broncos still lead. Number 9, Reed, up to bat next. She comes out swinging, hits a high one into left field. Davis heading back towards the wall, plays it on 1 hop off the wall. 1 run is going to cross. 2 runs are going to cross as the ball comes in. It's a 2 RBI double for Reed. (11-4). Hit number 4 for OKC. It's a 3-run bottom of the 3 for the home team. Number 5, the opposing pitcher, Patton, up to bat next. Barger on the pitch to Patton. Left it too high. 1-0. Shout out my grandma. She has, this is for a reason, she has a feature in her car that notifies her when certain songs or artists are playing, and one of them is Choosing Texas. So anytime I hear that song now, I think of her. 2-0 on a pitch outside. It is a good song. I do like that song. I can understand if you think it's a little bit overplayed, because I was not joking when I said they played at like every athletic event ever right now. But I do think it's a good song. 2-0, lunge for, cap shot up the middle, but it's going to sneak through. Lead runner held up at third as the ball comes in. It's a 2-out single, and OKC's offense has seemed to find a groove against Barger here. That's the 5th hit she's given up. Runners on the corners. (11 hits to 5). Bethany still leads in that department. But OKC is starting to string a few together. The 0-0 to the new batter is swung on, and she came up empty. Here's Delosier, number 78. 0-1. Barger gets to sign in from her dugout as well. Trying to get out of this inning. OKC has grabbed 3. Currently, they face a 7-run deficit, but they're out of run rule territory. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, cap shot, up the middle. It's going to be Williamson to play it. She fires over to first, and they will have the out there. Kind of took a weird play up the middle to get there, but Bethany does get out of it. They maintain their lead as we head to a new inning. Top of the 4th, coming soon.
John Campbell is your local health market agent that specializes in Medicare. Instead of talking through an 800 number, talk face-to-face with your local agent, John Campbell, to answer all your questions and find the company that best fits your needs. John Campbell Health Market serves Yukon, Bethany, and the surrounding area and will travel across the state of Oklahoma to meet with you. Call John Campbell Health Markets at 405-200-8414. Call 405-200-8414.
It's time for a
Beat stuff.
full-service auto repair at 6505 Northwest 36th Street is ready for your visit. Come see the professionals at Full Service and ask about their many services like AC repair, brakes, oil changes, engine repair, seals and gaskets, and much, much more. English or Spanish, this locally owned auto shop provides honest work that removes the headache from auto repair. Call 405-596-9724 and trust Full Service Auto Repair to get you back in the race.
Quick defensive substitution for you here. Number 42, Langley, has headed into the circle to relieve. Patton heads over to third base. The two swap positions, and Langley now looks to take care of a Bethany order that has really put the hurt on OKC in this game. See what the new pitcher can do right here. First batter she faces will be Macy Bibbs. Bibbs has reached on an error and grounded out to third. Although she's found base, she hasn't found her first hit. Tries for it here. Back up the middle and through the infield for a single. I spoke it into existence. Runner on first. Bibbs does find her first hit of the game. That's hit number 12 for the Bethany offense, and they're just going to look to keep this one rolling, just keep piling on hits here. 1-2, Harper League up to bat. Takes the ball high, 1-0. League has reached on a fielder's choice and singled. She does have one run to her name. 1-0. Langley deals. Swung on. Shallow center field. There's a chance this play is made, and they will make the grab on the run. That ball gets fired back into first, but no chance for the double up. One gone. Not much you can do about that one. That was a good first step by the center fielder, Heltson. League down on the L8 in the books. Here comes Geisler. First pitch to Geisler looked to be a called strike at the plate. 0-1. Geisler found her first hit of the game, her last at-bat up. Knocked a double, eventually came around to score. That was exactly what they needed out of her. She kind of seemed to be getting down on herself, then found that one. I feel like she's got her confidence back, but, oh, that one doesn't feel good. Looks like it got her in the elbow. Yeah. Ouch. Been there, man. I've been there. Let's head to a quick break while they get her checked out.
Name brands and more for less at Victory Mattress Outlet. Welcome to Victory Mattress Outlet, 7101 Northwest Expressway in Oklahoma City. Family owned and operated Victory Mattress Outlet has options for every budget, like quality 10-inch beds to high-end luxury mattresses fit for a king. You're the winner here. Shop pillows, protectors, bedroom sets, and more. And remember, the friendly people at Victory Mattress Outlet can help deliver, assemble, and set up your mattresses and furniture. Call 405-510-6988 and never pay retail price for top brands again. Victory Mattress Outlet, 7101 Northwest Expressway, 405-510-6988. That's 405-510-6988. Victory Mattress Outlet, where your best night's sleep costs less.
What are laws on immigration? Contact Tipton Law Center in Oklahoma City at 405-209-1925. Melissa Tipton Duncans has the passion with experience with a solid foundation of knowledge in immigration law. The Tipton Law Center is located at 5909 Northwest Expressway at MacArthur and will also take cases in family law, criminal law, international law, adoptions, or readoptions. For immigration law, contact attorney Melissa Tipton Duncans at Tipton Law Center, 405-209-1925.
Eliana Burris has come into the game at first base to replace Geisler, who does exit holding that left arm. Not fun when it gets you right in the elbow, folks, I tell you what. Next batter up takes a strike to begin her at bat, 0-1 against Gray Williamson. Though after that hit by pitch, there's now runners on first and second, so Williamson does once again have an RBI chance here. Number 42, Langley, is in the circle, dealing with runner in scoring position for her first time. Oh, goes to the off speed there and gets a major, major cut out of Williamson. Williamson might even be facing a little bit of teasing from her own teammates after that one. Tell you, she was trying to put a hole in the fence out there with that swing. 0-2. Number 5 stands back in. The pitch. Looked to be another off-speed low, but Williamson holds up on it, 1-2. On the base paths right now is Bibbs and Burris, both with some speed. Again, you could say that about pretty much everybody on this Bethany lineup. Langley's pitch. Goes back to the off-speed, gets a fly ball into left field, heading down the line into foul territory, and that catch is going to be made. 2 gone. Good reading to good track. Jules Barger up to bat next. 2 outs, runners on 1 and 2. Barger is 3 for 3 today. 0-1. Called strike outside. She has a double, a home run, and a single And if you know what that means, you know what that means. So I'm not going to say it. Langley stands back in. Barger set. Here's the pitch. 0-1. Fastball. Back inside. Looked to be a miss inside. 1-1. Hey, shout out our umpires out here, by the way. We got a two-man crew. I know our home umpire, I was talking to him before this, and actually back at the cash-in tournament last week. He has done a lot of games this weekend. Shout out him for being out here. Ground ball left side. Stays in fair ground. They're going to throw across the diamond. It's high. Barger safe on the air. 1 run is going to cross on the throwing mistake. 2 runs are going to cross on the throwing mistake. There goes Burris home. Here comes Barger into third. And disaster for OKC in the top of 4. 1 more error on the defense, and 2 runs cross. Runner on 3. Man, they had 2 outs, too. If they could have found that one, that would have been the end of the inning. Next pitch, high to Ella Davis. None of those runs earned for the Broncos, but again, they take them. Langley, and a 1-0 count. Her offering gets it underneath the barrel of Davis. 1-1. Only looks like a fastball here. She seems to have a fastball, and it looks like a version of a palm ball is what I'd call it. It's definitely a changeup. It's that pitch right there. 2-1, and maybe you can see it on our YouTube live stream. If you can see that spin, it kind of has awkward end over end spin. It doesn't spin like a fastball does, where it's real quick, the laces blur. That one spins almost like a knuckleball, which leads me to think it's more of a palm. An adjusted palm maybe, but a palm ball. 2-2 against Davis in the meantime. Runner on third. 2 outs. Davis, a triple and a single. There's the off speed, and they got her looking. I'm telling you, whatever that pitch is, you know this, it's nasty. But Bethany gets back 2 in the top of 4. They lead 13-4 as we head to the bottom.
Tire, oil.
At 39 Tire Express, you get expert service for your vehicle, including tire repair and replacement, oil changes, and second opinions. The crew at 39 Tire Express offers friendly and professional service backed by years of experience in the industry, and they're right down the road from you. Stop by 39 Tire Express at 7020 Northwest 39th Expressway today and see why 39 Tire and Express is the go-to option for tire and oil change needs. Remember, it's all local at 39 Tire, 7020 Northwest 39th Expressway, and keep an eye out for their new hours coming soon.
Tire, oil.
Stan's Plumbing is your locally owned full-service licensed and bonded plumbing company, proudly serving the Oklahoma City Metro for over 30 years. Stan's provides all types of plumbing services like faucet and toilet repairs, sewer repair and trenchless pipe replacement, water heater repair and installation, both tank and tankless, plus drain cleaning and jetting. All plumbers arrive with fully stocked trucks and can resolve your plumbing problems in a timely manner. Since 1988, Stan's Plumbing has held itself to a higher standard in plumbing. Call 405-721-5100 to schedule your appointment. Stan's Plumbing, Valley Service in a dirty business. 405-721-5100.
And we're back out of break here for the bottom of 4. By the way, before I forget, 4th inning is brought to you by 39 Tire and Oil Express. You actually just heard their commercial again if you've been tuned in for that break. 39 Tire and Oil is right along Northwest 39th Expressway. You can't miss them. Friendly service in both English and Spanish. I actually really enjoy going by and speaking to the guys at 39 Tire. They always greet you with a smile. They are so happy in everything they say and do. It's one of my favorite places. So shout out 39 Tire and Oil and thank them for their sponsorship of the broadcast. Can't do what we do without all the local businesses that make this possible, and 39 Tire and Oil is just one of the many. 1-0. Barger gets Jamison to kind of lunge at it. 1-1. Here in the bottom of the 4th, Bethany leads 13-4. If you missed the action up to this point, I don't know what to tell you. You missed some crazy offense. The 1-1 pitch, Jamison swings at and misses as well. 1-2. Looking at Bethany's box score, 4-run, top of the first, 5-run, top of the second, then 2 in each inning since then. OKC grabbed 1 in the second and 3 in the third. Called strike 3 on Jamison. 3 strikeouts on the start for Barger. 1 gone. Didn't really try to do anything too special there. Just put it on a great spot. Looked to be on the inner corner. 1 retired. But 12 hits for the Bethany offense, 5 for the OKC offense. You say 4 runs on 5 hits. Well, Bethany also has 3 errors, but OKC has 4. That one, a called ball, looked to be outside. This is number 28 in the top of the order, Hughes, back up to bat. But if that tells you anything about this game, it's been a lot of offense, some untimely defensive miscues, and a lot of opportunistic scoring. That ball well outside, 2-0. But hey, sometimes you get softball games like those. Not every game is going to be a 1-0 Weatherford game. Not every game is going to be a 16-1 or whatever the Yankees beat the Red Sox yesterday. No, not every game is going to be that. Foul ball up and out of play, 2-1 off the bat of Hughes. Which, speaking of pro, this isn't pro, but it is college. The Oklahoma Sooners get their football season started this week, Friday, September 4th, versus UTEP. Or actually at UTEP, I believe. Wait, no, is that at home? Is that here in Norman? Yeah, it's in Norman. 3-1 on a ball up out. So Oklahoma gets their season started versus UTEP. There you go. Then we've got Michigan week 2, and that's already out of the gate the fun one. We've had a lot of debate about OU's football season, how they're going to finish, whether they're ranked too highly, not high enough, 3-2 off of a foul ball. But they're going to get a chance to prove themselves many, many times this year. So I'm very much looking forward to OU football. I know Oklahoma State got their season started as well. As far as Tulsa football, though, I haven't checked in on the Golden Hurricanes in a long time. Next pitch, foul tip back into the mitt. It's a strikeout, the second of the inning for Barger. 2 gone. Well, Barger, after giving up 3 in the last half inning, has come back here so far in the 4th, and in this frame, shut it down. 0-0 Reed up to bat next. First pitch to Reed, low outside for a called ball, 1-0. So I'm looking at the University of Tulsa schedule. Looks like their first game is Saturday, September 5th versus Oklahoma State. So there you go. In-state rivalry right there. 1-0 swung on. Line drive into center field, but right into the glove of Geisler. The Broncos go 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of 4, and Bethany holds on to a 13-4 lead. Let's see here. Looks like we're coming out for another, so yeah, looks like it. 5th inning when we come back. I don't know if we're on a time limit. That's why I'm pausing, but I assume we'll be on the 10-run after 5 thing. Anyways, I'm still talking. Let's go to break.
Tanko Mechanical, Electrical, and Plumbing is a commercial and industrial contractor. They offer end-to-end client experience that includes seamless communication, budgeting, staffing, on-site organization, and it's solid quality handiwork every time. The past projects include both new construction and repairs and restoration. Occupied and fully operational job sites are never a problem. They can also plan, manage, and build multi-phase jobs. We are a turnkey plumbing, electrical, HVAC, and mechanical contractor. Tanko Company, give them a call at 405-255-7804. Again, that's 405-255-7804. Tanko.
Top of the 5th here in Midwest City. This inning brought to you by Full Service Auto Repair at 6505 Northwest 36th Street, back in Bethany, Oklahoma. Full Service Auto Repair, call 405-596-9724. Thanks to Full Service Auto Repair for their support of Bethany High Athletics. I just realized I made the scoreboard invisible and not the broadcaster overlay. Good job, me. Very professional. This inning is begun by Danny Williams, who takes a ball outside. She leads off, so it'll go 5, 6, and 7. Williams, Melton, and Sidness. Danny Williams has reached on an error. Next pitch, up and out for ball 2. She has hit into an unassisted put out at first, singled, advanced to second, I believe, and no further. She did score, though, on that inning in the first when she reached on an error. Don't want to leave that out right there. Next pitch, up and out again for ball number 3. Now, again, speaking to Langley and that off-speed pitch she has, it's very impressive, but you got to work yourself ahead to use it most effectively. I mean most effectively, not always effectively, but most effectively. Behind 3-0, it really doesn't do you much right here because you assume the batter is not going to be swinging no matter what's thrown. So you throw whatever, you get your first strike, and then if you miss with it, you're in trouble. Langley on the 3-1 runs it inside, but a little bit too far inside. That'll be a walk. Again, absolutely a good pitch if it's 2-2, 1-2. There we go. Welcome back. Looks like the YouTube kind of buffered for a second. Might have lagged out, but seems we're back. 1-1 on Melton here. Still looking to maybe slap something. Pulled the bunt again. That one, another called strike, though, 1-2. I hear someone, I think that was from the crowd, basically saying, encouraging Melton to get the bunt down. Yeah, that's how I'll say that. 1-2. Langley's pitch goes to the off speed, and Melton just barely fouls it off. Tough swing in a 1-2 count. Somehow she stays alive. Again, it goes back to what I was just saying. Langley's pitch is at its most devastating when she's ahead in the count. She's essentially got Melton right where she wants her. She can go to something firm here. She can go to the right. She can go to that pitch again. Does go up, and it's called strike 3. Melton goes down looking. One gone. All in all, very good sequencing from Langley, the reliever here for the Broncos. With one out and a runner on first, here comes Sidness, number 11. 0-0. Sidness lets it go high. There's a back pick attempt over to first. Not going to be in time. 1-0. Caitlin Sidness, so far today, hit by a pitch and a home run. She did have one more at bat, but I guess I missed writing it down in my notes. They're incomplete. Lets that strike go by, kind of up and out. 1-1. Doesn't matter what it was, it ended the inning, so 1 for 2 with the hit by pitch today, no matter what, though I couldn't tell you what the out was. Still has a runner on first here. Even count 1-1. Langley's pitch comes back over the zone, but looks to be a bit inside. 2-1. Now I got to give credit to the reliever here for the Broncos. That's a great pitch she's working with here. And that was a really, really good spot. A different day, a different inning, a different pitch. You know, that's a called strike. Just happened that that one wasn't light, so she's got to work from behind. 2-1. Pitch goes outside, and that one is called strike, but there's an error on the throw down to first. Let's see if they try to take 2. Not on this one. Williams heads back to second. She'll just advance 1 on the error. That was a called strike, 2-2. See, I think that is what? Error number 5? Yes, error number 5. Sidness chases one high and can't get up to it. She's down on strikes. 2 gone. Back-to-back strikeouts for Langley in the circle. The potential last batter of this inning, Macy Bibbs. Bibbs has singled, reached on an error, and grounded out to third. 0-0 to her. She comes out hunting first pitch, but she fouls it back into the net. 0-1. Again, I gotta say I love the aggressiveness. Early in the game, late in the game, they've been swinging. Bibbs showcasing that same approach here. 0-1. Langley might go back to the palm ball here. No, she went to the riser. 1-1. Left it out of the zone. Even count here for Bibbs. Again, if she wins it, it puts Bethany in run rule territory. 1-1 pitch. Tapped into the backstop. 1-2. Langley ahead in the count. The right pitch here, she's out of it, and we play a 6th. But again, if Macy wins it, most likely Williams could score. Might come down to this pitch, the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Langley retires 3 in a row here in the top of 5 to give her team a fighting shot. We'll head to the bottom half of the frame after break. Can OKC stick around for one more?
All-American Pizza at 501 South Mustang Road in Yukon is the home of deliciousness with tasty handmade pizzas, homemade ranch, and one-of-a-kind, not sold anywhere else, gyros. Lunch, dinner, feasts. Stop by and eat. You'll find friendly staff, great deals, and an Oklahoma original menu crafted with 100% natural ingredients. Bring the whole family to this family-owned and operated restaurant and get a taste of their mini lunch and dinner specials. Call 405-324-5551 for All-American Pizza in Yukon.
Football is back, and so are the all-you-can-eat wings with 3 flavors for dinner only at the Golden Corral in Del City. At 1501 South Sooner Road, clean with a great atmosphere with a friendly staff, the Golden Corral is the favorite for the all-you-can-eat buffet with breakfast served on Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. The Golden Corral in Del City is always looking to hire great people. Call 405-739-0566. The Golden Corral in Del City, where the wings are back for dinner in 3 flavors. Come on in and eat.
Well, hey, while we come back from break here, I do want to give one more thank you to Rose State. I do want to let them know that I do appreciate them letting me come out here. Folks, I can't tell you how many times I've visited Rose State in the past 5 years. I've been here so many times through college and now outside of college. If you're looking for a good JUCO, good junior college with quality athletic programs, especially in baseball and softball, the bat and ball sports, consider Rose State. The Raiders really do have a good program here, and I've had a lot of friends and a lot of teammates that came up as Raiders, and they're some of the best people I know. So Rose State is a really good school, and I always enjoy coming back here and visiting. I have good memories on the field next door to us. I have bad memories on the field next door to us, but what's important is that I have memories on that field, right? I do like Rose State. Shout out the Raiders. Shout out these coaches, these directors. Here's a cap shot over to third. Bibbs will glove it and get it to first. That's out number 1. But yeah, just hey, if you got a kid college age looking for college, they think they want to go the JUCO route, especially if they want to go the JUCO route in Oklahoma, might consider Rose State right here in Central OK. Well, that was Heltson, who's just retired on the ground out to third. Up next is the now relieving pitcher Langley. Barger continues to work in the circle for the Broncos. She's done a great job this game. First pitch to Langley, low outside for ball number 1. I know we're all really hyped for fall football, but softball will be starting before too long, and of course basketball. But we've got playoffs for both this team and Bethany High volleyball at the end of the month. If you believe it or not, we are halfway through the season after this game today. Every game becomes that much more important as you get ready for playoffs. There's a line drive into center field that's going to get all the way down to the wall. Langley routes first, but she'll hold up there as the throw gets in quick. Langley with a 1-out single to tag on another hit to the OKC line. That is hit number 6 given up by Barger. And now number 13, Naksaka, the catcher, stands into bat. And hey, again, thanks everybody that's been tuned in on our stream. See, we've had a really good turnout for today's game. Ground ball, left side. Takes an awkward hop on Williamson, and it's into the outfield. Langley, round second. She wants 3. The throw comes in. Hit Langley in the back and bounds into the dugout. Trail runner will advance from first to second. Talk about an awkward play in the field right there. Definitely one error. I'm unsure if I want to count that 2. Depends on how nice I want to be. And the shortstop Reed. Hey, if you want to be a statistician for all these high school games, reach out to us here at the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. Email America's Neighborhood Values or ANVGSN85, both at gmail.com. We're always looking for help at these high school games, just people who love athletics. Swing and a miss there on a ball in the dirt, nothing in two. But yes, I promise you, if you want to help us out, I won't pin the blame for what you write down in the book on you most of the time. Most of the time. It depends on how mad the athletes are. If they really wanted that to not be an error, then I'm sorry, I'm pinning it on you. 1 and 2. It's still a one-out situation with runners on second and third here. Barger stands back in the circle, still battling against number 9, Reed. Her next pitch, swung on. This one hit out to right field. Melton gives chase, has the grab, no tag at third. Maybe a misplay right there from Langley, who most likely could have scored on that had she tagged. Definitely thought that was getting down in the gap, but instead Melton closes said gap and picks up out number 2. With 3 down, here's number 5, Patton. And of course, who else would it be at this stage in the game? Starting pitcher versus starting pitcher. The 0-0 to Patton. She swings, rips it into left field for a single. 1 run's going to cross. Trail runner sent home as there's another error in the outfield. There goes Patton around second, heading for third. The throw doesn't come in. It'll be a single in the books and then an error in left field to allow 2 more to cross for the OKC Broncos. Runner all alone on third. That's error number 5 for Bethany, and I feel like at times the defense today has gotten a little bit lax. And I don't feel bad saying it because it's the truth. 13-6. Bethany does still lead 7. Swing and a miss, nothing in 1. And you might hear that and say, well, they're not in any trouble. And I raise you the Bishop McGinnis game. Because Bethany went up like 14-4 and then gave up 6 in an inning to let them hang around. So leads can evaporate in this sport. 1-1, no matter how far ahead you think you are never out of danger. Never. Not until the game is over. And strike number 3, out number 3 has crossed the plate. Barger's 1-1. Swung on, ground ball left side. Williamson plays that one well, gets it over to first, and that's out number 3. But again, OKC tags on 2 more on the error in the field. They're down 7, but hanging around. That'll do it for the bottom of 5. I just realized I put that there. It needs to go there. That'll do it for the bottom of 5. We're going to commercial. Bethany swinging the sticks again when we return.
Hi, I'm Trinity. I'm with Red River Credit Corporation. I've been with the loan service for about 2 years. We'd love to help you with your auto or signature loans. We are located at 1081 South Cornwall Drive in Suite 401, Yukon, Oklahoma. Our phone number is 405-354-1930. We offer no credit checks on our clear and free title. Our title loans are a quick service, no credit check needed. Just come in with your vehicle and your title and we can get you taken care of. We offer electronic closing. If you're a former borrower or an established loan here, we can help you from the comfort of your house. We're a quick and friendly service and we'd love to meet you for the first time. Stop by and see us today.
Need more money? Then save more money at Nimini Auto Group, 5951 Northwest 39th Expressway in Bethany. Nimini Auto Group is where your budget meets the open road with high-quality used vehicles at prices that won't break the bank. Step into a world of automotive wonder with many different makes and models, as well as flexible financing options, all supported by our friendly and helpful staff. Got a trade-in you want valued or looking to browse the lot yourself? Call 405-470-0141. Let's find your next ride at Nimini Auto today. Stop by 5951 Northwest 39th Expressway, 405-470-0141.
We're back here for the top of 6. Yeah, that's the inning we're in. Always got to double check. I'm never sure with myself right now. I have too many things to keep track of, I guess. 6th inning is brought to you by Stan's Plumbing at 7000 Northwest 63rd Street. Stan's Plumbing, valet service in a dirty business. Call 405-721-5100, and valet service is what it is. They're some of the best around. Another locally owned business that you can find right back in Bethany, Oklahoma. If you have an issue with your plumbing, your piping, make sure you call Stan's Plumbing. Again, that number is 405-721-5100. League leads this half inning off for the Bethany Bats. The 0-0 to the 9-hole. Up and out for ball number 1. 1-0. League so far has reached on a fielder's choice, singled, and lined out to center field. She's caught a couple of really strong barrels batting out of the 9 spot. Looks like she's going to be a more than a suitable replacement while Avery Bibbs is out with injury. 1-1. Foul ball sent back into the net. Again, I feel like we don't get a chance really to talk about the players that are usually on the bench, but they do come into the game and they do make big impacts. We saw Okoa in the cash-in tournament. We're seeing League now swinging a miss there on an off-speed 1 and 2. We had, of course, the players shout out Autumn Graham on the coaches show. And honestly, we saw Burris run. I don't even remember if I mentioned her. I've said so many names today. But everybody on this team, that's a tough take inside. Wow, I cannot believe that was not strike 3. But good take by League. But everybody on this team contributes, and that's one of the reasons they have been successful. Despite the slow start, they're 8-7 on the year, looking to make it 9-7 today, and then hopefully 10-7 tomorrow. The 2-2. League lets go way up and out. Full count. But these girls have definitely found their rhythm. They've locked in. They're with each other. Are they perfect? No, but no team ever is. That's why you get these games to improve before playoffs. 3-2, foul tip back into the mid. That'll be a strikeout. League down, trying to battle up on the full count. 1 gone and the base is clear. Back to the top of the order. Emma Geisler back in the game. She took a hit by pitch off of the elbow her last time up. Took her out for the inning. She didn't waste too much time on the bench, though. Squared around for a bunt there, and she does go around. 0-1. But even right there, Burris came in to run for her. Burris eventually came around to score, I think. Yeah, that was that inning. She came around to score. So, again, everybody on this team has a major impact on the conclusion of these games. 0-1. Swung on. Ground ball left side. Fielded at short. Throw across the diamond. In time to get Geisler. 2 gone. 6-3 in the books. So here's what you got to be careful. Told you, no matter your lead, you're never really out of danger. Though Bethany leads 9. Foul ball that side. Now, the question is, again, I know what we run in tournaments, but are we running it here? Is it 12-10-5, or excuse me, 12-10-8, 3-4-5? It can't be, because we're in the top of 6. And we haven't scored anything this inning, or last inning. So it's definitely not on the 8-run rule. Has to be 10. Next pitch, top of the zone. Good frame, but it looked to be just a bit outside as well. 1-1. Tell you, run rule is always the most fun thing to try and figure out, huh? 1-1 pitch. Langley winds and deals. Swung on, ripped left side and through the gap. That'll come in from left field. Nothing the OKC Broncos can do about it. That's a single with 2 outs. Great Williamson really got a hold of that one, too. She's now lined out. Get this. This is a fun line. She has lined out to left, singled, hit a sac fly to left, flown out to left, and singled. 13 hits for the Broncos. Trying to make that 14. Nice play up the middle, but a tough turn to make, and no chance there. That'll be an infield single for Barger, who continues to have one heck of a night. That is her 4th hit. She has reached base every single time she has come up. Very, very quickly and effectively making a case for player of the game is Jules Barger. Ella Davis up to bat next. She'll take a ball outside, 1-0. Runner scoring position for the cleanup bat. A chance to, well, clean up. Score is 13-6. We're in the top of the 6th if you're just now joining us. 2 outs. 1-0. Swung on. Ground ball left side and foul. Count moves to 1-1. Bethany has runners on first and second. Just a little bit more insurance, and Bethany can be home free. Just a little bit more. Thanks again to our stream sponsors, Victory Mattress, Evans Hardware, Simplified Tech Solutions, and Trinity Endurance. With a special shout out to Ship It Sooner, our scoreboard sponsor. Ship It Sooner's down in Mustang, Trinity Endurance out in Yukon. 1-1 pitch, Davis sends into left field. That gets in quick, but one run is going to cross as the throw comes in. It's an RBI single for Davis, and she does the job with a runner in scoring position. 14-6, the Bethany lead is 8. And by my count, 15 hits for the Broncos offense today. With Davis on board, here's number 10, Williams. Williams takes a ball low inside, 1-0 very quickly to number 10. The catcher has also had a pretty good day at the plate. She's got a single, a walk, she's reached on an error, and she's grounded out to first. She's been putting the ball in play every single time she's come up to bat. 1-0 pitch. Off speed. Williams gets on top of it, hit it to short. The throw across the diamond is going to be in time, and that'll be out number 3. OKC will swing the sticks one more time in the bottom of 6. We're coming up on the end of today's contest. Currently, Bethany leads 14-6.
Conrad Marr Drug at 948 Yukon Parkway serves the Yukon area with professional customer service, compounding, over-the-counter medicine, and delivery. Call Conrad Marr Drug at 354-2582. That's Conrad Marr Drug at 948 Yukon Parkway, which serves the Yukon area. Professional customer service, compounding, over-the-counter medicine, and delivery. Call 354-2582. 354-2582. That's Conrad Marr Drug.
Tired of getting gouged by overpriced department or public laundry facilities? Us too. That's why we stop by Essential Laundry Express in OKC, 7936 North MacArthur Boulevard. Open daily from 8 to 8, Essential Laundry offers pickup, delivery, self-serve services, alongside washing, drying, and folding services to boot. Locally owned and operated, Essential Laundry takes exceptional care of your clothes. It even offers added perks like a kids' corner and value-add centers that make it the Essential Laundry Center for express services. Essential Laundry Express, 405-449-3610.
Bottom of 6 here in Midwest City, Oklahoma. Thanks everybody that's been tuned into this game. Hope everybody's enjoying the contest we've had for you tonight. Again, we've got more high school action later on in the week. But first, the Football Coaches Show hosted by John Hickman and John Campbell tomorrow, while I believe I'm going to be at volleyball. Not quite sure yet, haven't decided, but I'll be doing some sport. And then, of course, I'm with Cross Country Wednesday for a coach's show. Both of those at the Bridge Church in Bethany. Let me tell you about the Bridge Church, brand new Bethany campus, pastored by Cody Phillips, and he's a great guy. Nothing. He's going to be in there for strike number 1. This is number 45, Sprinkle, up to bat for her first time today. Coming off of the bench. Cody is awesome over at the Bridge. You'll love him. Stop by for a Sunday service or a Wednesday night Bible study. And come visit us at the coach's show. 101. We actually do enjoy having family and friends out there and visitors tuning in live, watching. We're going to have some food out there, and if you're lucky, you might find out about a couple new locally owned restaurants that are going to become your favorites. 2-1 after a ball in the dirt. Barger has thrown this whole game so far. She's done a great job. Looking to wrap this one up. 2-1 pitch. In there for a strike. 2-2. Sprinkle not swinging yet, but now with 2 strikes on her, she's going to have to offer it something. Barger has 1 ball to give, but I don't expect her to take it here. The 2-2 pitch. Went high, check swing, and they check down to first, and Sprinkle does strike out. K number 5 for Barger, and out number 1 on the board. We'll sprinkle down. Here's number 28, Hughes. Reed awaits on deck, back to the top of the order. No one on, 1 out. Out here in Midwest City, we're on one side of the town. Evans Hardware's on the other side of the town. But Golden Corral is right by Rose State. First pitch swinging, foul ball up and out of play. 0-1. Golden Corral is, well, obviously an all-you-can-eat buffet, but They have one of the fanciest ones around, okay? Super nice, super clean, and they do breakfast now, I'm told. And for football season, I think they still run some specials on some menu items. Stop by Golden Corral up there, by the way. It's on South Sooner Road, just a little bit northwest of here, if I remember correctly. 101. They're also big supporters of local athletics, by the way, and they host teams from all over. I saw, the last time I was there, a spring football squad come by there and dine at Golden Corral. I tell you, when that's like the the anchovies. It's like the anchovies from SpongeBob getting off the buses and eating at the Krusty Krab in the first episode. You know how many anchovies there were and how full that restaurant was? That was that football team getting off the bus at Golden Corral. 2-1 is a swing and a miss up in the zone, 2-2. But Golden Corral handled them, and they got some good food. And Golden Corral can take care of you as well, thanks to Golden Corral, just a little bit northwest of here. I'll look up the address here and tell you that in a second. I'll also give you the phone number. Barger on the 2-2. G deals up in the zone. Foul tip back into the net. Tough swing, but Hughes stays alive. And I mean really tough swing on that one. Here we go, Golden Corral. They're at 1501 South Sooner Road. You can go to goldencorral.com and pick a location close to you. The 2-2. Off speed. Got her looking. Barger with strikeout number 6. Went to the off-speed pitch outside and placed it perfectly. 2 gone. Golden Corral is open until 9 p.m. tonight. In fact, 9 p.m. every single day. Call 405-739-0566 for Golden Corral. Barger with 2 outs and the base is clear, looking to sit down the Broncos here in inning number 6. Called strike on the low out corner, 0-1. 0-0, the left fielder Reed is back up to bat here. At 6:41 p.m., this game approaching 2 hours in length. Next pitch, up and outside. That's ball number 1. And again, I got to give a shout out to the umping crew we have today. They have another game after this, and from what they've told me, man, they had some busy weekends umping games. I do not envy the job of an umpire. 0-1 is hit high in the air, out to right field. Melton gives chase. She's underneath and corrals it for out number 3. And there's the call of ball game. At the end of our contest tonight, Bethany gets the 14-6 win over the OKC Broncos. We did not play a 7th. As we go to break, 7th inning would have been brought to you by Victory Mattress Outlet. Evans Hardware brings you all extra innings. Stop by those 2 locally owned businesses, our stream sponsors today. And if you do, tell them you heard about them on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. In the meantime, we'll be back for a post-game show after these messages.
Ship It Sooner at 210 North Mustang Mall Terrace is your packaging and shipping headquarters for Mustang and the surrounding area, using all major carriers. Sign up now for your private mailbox and enjoy the benefits a post office box does not offer. Faxing, printing, copies, notary service, and passport photos. Ship It Sooner is locally owned and operated. Call 405-256-6264 or go to shipitsooner.com.
Rooted in trust and built on smiles, Boone Reeves Orthodontics is your local specialist for both adults and children. Serving Bethany and all of OKC with their exceptional skill, Dr. Boone and Dr. Reeves are eager to see you. Book your next appointment by calling 405-367-8147 or stop by 7221 Northwest 23rd Street, Unit CD in Bethany. Boone Reeves Orthodontics utilizes state-of-the-art equipment and a wealth of medical knowledge to ensure your smile shines like never before. Congratulations to this year's Bethany High Senior Class, and remember Boone Reeves Orthodontics when it's time to schedule your next appointment.
When technology has you screaming at the office, call Simplify Tech Solutions at 405-981-1011. Located at 4221 North MacArthur Boulevard, Simplify Tech Solutions features IT management, business phone systems, manages Wi-Fi, and offers repair and support. Simplify your Wi-Fi before the emotional breakdown by calling Simplify Tech Solutions. Locally owned and operated at 405-981-1011. 405-981-1011. Simplify Tech Solutions.
This is Blake Nightingale State Farm, your local insurance agent over at 7304 Northwest Expressway. Here to tell you more about the business is Blake himself.
Hi, my name is Blake Nightingale, State Farm insurance agent located at 7304 Northwest Expressway here in Oklahoma City. I've been a State Farm agent since 2018. We've got 5 licensed staff members here, and we do everything from auto, home, life insurance, and health insurance. And we're real passionate about helping people. And we love youth sports, and we sponsor a lot of local teams here. And so, like I always tell people, like a good neighbor, we're here to help you.
Just like you heard from Blake, Blake Nightingale State Farm is here to help you protect what's important to you, because your car and home aren't just things. They're where you make your memories. Visit Blake and his friendly staff at 7304 Northwest Expressway and call them at 405-728-1313. Like a good neighbor, Blake Nightingale is there. Take your training to the next level at Trinity Endurance, a brand new locally owned bike and outdoor shop in Yukon. Sitting at 501 South Mustang Road, Suite F, Trinity Endurance is more than a place to buy equipment or get a repair. The mission of Trinity Endurance is to be a place to chase goals, grow as a person, build relationships, and prepare for your next challenge, all backed by strong faith in the Lord. Call 405-345-1843 or stop by 501 South Mustang Road, Suite F to get started at Trinity Endurance.
And we bring you back for the Blake Nightingale State Farm post-game show. Blake Nightingale over at 7304 Northwest Expressway is your local insurance agent. Open 8:30 to 5 Monday through Friday. Call Blake Nightingale and his friendly crew at 405-728-1313. Again, that's 405-728-1313. Well, at the end of our contest today, 14-6, Bethany wins by a differential of 8 runs. And that's a very good one coming off of a 4-run win versus Bishop McGuinness. The offense was cruising today for the Broncos, but the defense at times left a little bit to be desired. So I think this team looks at this and says, hey, we came out here, we got a good team win, but we still have ways we need to prove. We still have areas we need to improve if we're going to come back and get a win tomorrow. But they know what that is. They're locked in together as a team. They're all bought in to the same message and the same goal, and that can do incredible things for a lineup as the season gets on. But hey, as we conclude our time here in Midwest City, let's give you some feature players and then our pick for player of the game. Some highlights. Danny Williams had a really good day today. She walked, singled, reached on an error, and grounded out to first, but really her specialty was again behind the dish. Not a single passed ball on Danny Williams, and that kept some base runners from coming around to score. So great job by Danny Williams behind the plate. Out in right field, Izzy Melton had more than a few catches. She also singled, doubled, reached on an error. Her lone time not reaching base was a strikeout, but hey, when you do as well as she did in the field as well as at the plate, you get an honorable mention right there for standout player. Caitlin Sidness had her home run, and what a shot it was, a 3-run home run if I remember correctly. Ella Davis batting out of the cleanup spot. A triple, a single, reached on a fielder's choice, a strikeout, and another single. It was hard to keep her off the base paths as well, not to mention that triple opened up the scoring for the Broncos. Geisler did a good job out of the leadoff spot. Williamson did a good job behind her. But really, the story of the night and the player of the game was Jules Barger on this one. The full 6 innings in the circle, struck out 6, got the W, and at the plate, they couldn't keep her off the base paths a single time. A double, a home run, a single, reached on an error, and the one at-bat that she got in the 6th inning was a single. So close to batting for the cycle. I didn't jinx it. I didn't say anything. You can't blame that one on me. But if she had had a triple, she'd have hit for the cycle today. And even coming one swing short of that is pretty impressive. So without a doubt, Jules Barger is my Blake Nightingale player of the game for excellent performance both at the plate and in the circle. As we wrap things up here on today's post-game show, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, of course. Thanks to Mike Gannon, our board operator, back at the studio. Thanks to everybody at Rose State for letting me come out and do this game. Thanks to the 2 teams that showed up and put on a fun one for me to call. And, of course, thanks to our sponsors, Ship It Sooner, Simplify Tech, Trinity Endurance, Evans Hardware, Victory Mattress Outlet, and everybody you heard about today, because they make what we do possible. I get to stay around sports for a living, folks. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. I'm so blessed to be able to do this, and not a day goes by where I don't acknowledge that. And that's due in large part not just to the businesses that sponsor, but to you guys that tune in. So at the end of today's game, again, it's a 14-6 victory for the Bethany Broncos. They make it 2 in a row. They'll try to make it 3 tomorrow versus Weatherford. And, hey, before we go to break, you know what? Why not? Let's go ahead and take a look at it. This is the weekly schedule since I never got a chance to play it. Tomorrow versus Weatherford, at Bishop McGinnis on the 3rd, and at Elk City on the 7th a week from now. That's the next few games for the Bethany Broncos. We'll see you at maybe one or two of those. I don't know which ones just yet, but we'll find out, and we'll let you know when we do. But, hey, from Midwest City and Rose State College, this is Luke Young signing off. Stop by Evans Hardware and Golden Corral out here, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night, and God bless.